Hello, DestinedMindvibers. Welcome to yet another video. In today's video, we are talking about self-care. Self-care is a form of indulgent behavior that many people do not consider important. It is the process of taking care of oneself and putting one's needs first. Self-care is a form of self-love, and it helps us reduce stress, improve mood, and even increase our productivity. If you have ever boarded a plane, you may remember that one time before the plane takeoff, when the flight attendant reminded the passengers that in case of a crash, you need to put on your mask before helping children, the disabled, or any persons requiring assistance. Self-care takes on the same concept because if one is burnt out and too exhausted, it makes it hard to care for and help those around you. Being burnt out affects your productivity at work and strains your relationships. Before we dive deep into the top self-care activities, if you are new to the channel and have not yet subscribed, please hit the subscribe button, like, share, and do not forget the notification bell so you do not miss out on any future videos. Now let us get right into it. Self-care is not just about the physical aspects, such as eating healthy and exercising. It also includes mental health, such as finding ways to cope with and manage stress, getting enough sleep, and taking time for oneself. Though it may sound selfish to some people, you cannot be the best version of yourself and take care of others around you without self-care. Self-care is a form of self-preservation in which a person takes time for themselves, consciously and without guilt, to maintain their mental and physical health. So you should never feel guilty for telling those around you that you need a day off just for self-care and engage in those things that help replenish your mind, soul, and body. It is essential to take care of oneself to give quality care to those around you. We all need to remember that there is no such thing as an overtired or overstressed person. This only happens when people do not have enough time for themselves. You may realize that if you get yourself to the condition of being overstressed or overtired, your body will automatically force you to take a break, and sometimes it may be a result of being sick. So if you practice self-care, you may not push your body to that extreme, so taking time off regularly for self-care will significantly benefit you and those around you in the long run. Self-care is an essential part of our mental health. It's a bit mind-bothering knowing where to start, so here are my favorite 5 self-care tips for you. Tip number 1, acknowledge your feelings. While involving in self-care, acknowledging one's feelings is very important. This gives you time to allow for self-awareness and reality check, allowing you to sit back, recognize, and analyze what is going on to find a solution to anything that may not be going right. Sometimes we get so busy and keep going even though we may be struggling to keep our heads above the water. So sitting back and acknowledging what is going on with your emotions and mental health will allow you to find a solution, increasing your overall health and productivity. Tip number 2, giving yourself time. The main component of self-care is taking time off without feeling guilty about it. It is not unlikely that many people put their own needs last. This may not seem like a big deal at the time, but it can eventually lead to feelings of isolation, stress, and even depression. So creating time for oneself can help reduce these conditions by enabling you to reconnect with yourself, identify any negative emotions, and get rid of them. You can start with as little as 5 minutes each day just for yourself without feeling guilty about not doing anything. Tip number 3, finding a support system. As you may have realized by now, human beings are social animals. We love to interact and connect in one way or another. Anytime you feel alone or isolated, it is a recipe for depression, self-isolation, and negative feelings. Thus, finding a support system is one great way to practice self-care. The search for a support system is not always an easy task because there are many different support systems and each person has different needs. So after identifying your needs, find a support system that fits you and will help serve you better. For some people, all you may need is somebody to talk to when experiencing a bad day, while others may need a support system to help them with their mental health. Other people might want to find a group of people who have similar experiences to connect with and share ideas. If someone was looking for a support system to help them quit smoking, they might want to find a group of people who have successfully quit smoking and share their strategies. Therefore, it is essential to think about what type of support you're looking for before searching for one. Once you know what kind of support you need, it will be easier to find the right group or community to meet your needs. You can check your local listing for various support groups near you that fit your needs or check with the local church. They usually have several support groups meeting different needs. Tip number 4, stay active. Self-care is not just for when we are sick or need a break. It is also for when we feel good and want to continue feeling good. The following are some tips for staying active for self-care. Exercising regularly. It may be as simple as a 15 to 30 minutes walk for 3 to 5 days a week into nature. Creating a routine that you can consistently follow is a great way to stay on track. This may be a bedtime routine, eating healthy food and drinking plenty of water, as well as being mindful of reducing processed foods and sugary drinks from our diet. Learning to say no to people and activities that do not make you happy is another excellent tip for self-care. This allows you to spend your time and energy doing things that you like and benefit your mental health. Finally, give yourself permission to be human and make mistakes. Sometimes we are so hard on ourselves when we make a mistake, failed at test, or do not interview as expected for the job opening. So forgiving yourself for that mistake, missed job opportunity, or presentation that did not go as expected is an excellent self-care tip. Because beating up yourself so hard just continues to create self-doubt and reduce your self-confidence in the long run, stopping you from aiming higher and reaching your next goal. Therefore, keep your mind occupied with positive thoughts to avoid stress and anxiety. This, in turn, improves your overall mental health and productivity. Self-care is one of the most important things we can do for our mental health and physical well-being. It should not be a one-time thing, but should be done regularly to maintain a healthy lifestyle for optimum productivity. Thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe, like, share, and hit the notification bell if you found some value in this video. This helps support the channel, allowing me to create more content like this. See you in the next video.